Que lo que mi gente, yo soy Ricky de Bilingue Blogs. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you've been liking all the stuff that I've been posting lately, which has been way more interactive with actual Spanish speakers. You know, now that I'm not living in boring old Springfield, Illinois, I have the opportunity to talk to everyone every day. I don't speak English here in Miami unless I'm talking to you guys or, you know, I'm giving a class. Sometimes at work, very rarely at work, when I talk Spanish, and when I'm at home because nobody in my apartment, like my brother and our roommate, they don't speak Spanish, and my brother's friends don't speak Spanish either. So those are the only times that I speak English. Other than that, I'm out here speaking Spanish. Even with these new vlog type videos that I've been doing with you guys, it's been more Spanish than English. You know, shooting videos like those is something me realize, I already knew this, but it just really hit me that I don't really think in English when I'm talking Spanish. I don't think in English at all when I'm speaking Spanish. And I was wondering, like, when did I get to this point? And how did I get to this point? So I don't know exactly when it was. I know it was a long time ago because I've been this way for a while. But as far as how, I want to give you guys a few tips about how to do so, how you can do so, and also a few sites that may work for you if you're looking for the Spanish definitions and stuff like that. So the major thing that I think that will get you to stop thinking in English is, well, before we get to that step, there's something that you have to realize. There's something that you have to take into consideration, and that is that Spanish and English are two different languages. So the rookie mistake is trying to translate directly from English to Spanish. Sometimes you will get occasions where that is acceptable. You'll get occasions where that does work. You know, word for word translation. That's fine. In Spanish, that can work sometimes. But more times than not, your Spanish should not look like your English. We have to get over trying to make our Spanish sound like English, if that makes sense. Okay? So the first step to helping this is to stop looking up definitions in English. Now, I know that may be hard for you guys, especially for the beginners. I mean, maybe I wouldn't recommend it for you guys because you won't know what the definition is saying. But if you're intermediate, if you're advanced, stop looking up the English definitions unless you necessarily have to, or unless you're just really curious about how to say this word. You may understand the meaning of it in Spanish, but you may want to know the English equivalent just because you want to know. That's fine. But if you're depending on, you know, translating your Spanish definition to your English definition, then that's where it becomes, you know, a problem to get out of the habit of thinking in English while you're speaking Spanish. So what I mean is, if you guys still don't, you know, catch what I'm saying, for example, if I don't know, let's say I want to look up the word reloj. I want to look up the word reloj in Spanish. Most of you guys do this. You type in the word reloj into the Google Translator, and then you put in English. Reloj in English. Don't do that. Don't do that anymore. That right there is what's going to stop you from thinking in Spanish. What you need to do is type in reloj significado. So that means the meaning of reloj. And it'll give you the significado, the meaning in Spanish. It's going to describe to you exactly what it is, and then you can, you know, figure it out from what the description says. Now, if it's way too challenging for you to understand what the definition is saying, then your second step will be to look up synonyms. Look up synonyms, look up antonyms. That way, you can have a better idea of what the word is describing. Also, look for examples of the word in sentences. So use context clues to figure out that word. All this is being done in Spanish, and this will help you to understand the Spanish in Spanish. It'll help you to think in Spanish while you're using Spanish. Now, like I said, if you need to use English to understand the word, then I get it, but you should strive to look up your definitions only in Spanish, since that's the language that you are working on learning. Like I said, this mostly applies to intermediate and advanced students anyways, but beginners, you can feel free to try it. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. But yeah, that's what needs to be done. Now, let's say that you do need to translate something into English. That's okay. I have 3 helpful sites that are my top 3 sites for translating words from Spanish to English or vice versa. My first one, this one, I actually have a blog post written about this. don't know why I didn't do a video on it yet, but here it is. So the first one is linguacom. Lingue.com. That one is my top website if I need to look up a phrase. Why? Well, I just stated why. It's because it helps you with phrases. So you can type in a small phrase into lingue.com, and it's very accurate in breaking down the words that you're looking for, and it also gives you the word in context, so you can see it like a lot in the Spanish context, and then on the other side it has it in the English context, or vice versa. If you do the English one first, then it'll give you the Spanish word in a sentence, or like a little small paragraph thing, or whatever it may be. So Lingue is like my number one. If I ever get stuck on a phrase or something like that, I go to lingue.com. The second one would be wordreference.com. I really love wordreference.com. It has forums, and the definitions are very accurate. They give you like several definitions of that word and sentences to apply them. And then third, I'm sure you guys know this one already, SpanishDict.com. I don't love SpanishDict.com, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll say. I mean, it's almost up there with word reference. I mean, depending on how you study, it may be better, because on SpanishDict.com you can actually take lessons on there, and they have mini quizzes and stuff. So I mean, I guess technically it should be higher on my list, but it's not, because I like word reference better. So those are the three sites that, if you are looking for stuff in Spanish, I would recommend. So with lingue.com, it translates it into English. With word reference, you have the option of keeping it in Spanish. So, you know, what I was talking about earlier when I said looking up el significado de la palabra, the meaning of the word in Spanish, you can do that with word reference. And then it gives you the option also, you can click in English or en inglés if you like, and it'll take you to the English definition of that word too. And then Spanish Dict, I mean, it's just pretty much like a dictionary, but like I said, there's lessons there too. So hopefully that helped you guys get a clue of how to stop thinking in English when you speak Spanish. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a short video today, so thanks for checking it out. Hopefully that was helpful. Let me know what else you guys are struggling with, what other questions you may have for me down in the comments below. And also tell me, what are your favorite sites to look up words? You know, what do you guys use that helps you the best? I definitely think the ones that I chose are the top three. Like I said, you know, based on the situations that I've been in, they've really helped me out a lot. But yeah, Spanish to Spanish dictionary, that's gonna be one of your best friends to stop thinking in English. So go ahead and subscribe, comment, share, like, all that fun stuff. And you guys have a great day. It's beautiful here in Miami, so that's why I'm doing this video outside. Hopefully you guys can hear me I know there's wind blowing and stuff, but yeah, take it easy, guys.